What's a small guy? I wish we could talk backstage while we talk here. I guess we could continue the conversation, right? You're,
Yeah, yeah,
we
okay.
we were talking about like how Kendall's getting smaller, I'm getting bigger. He's
Not quite that way, but okay.
so Kendall, like I do watch some of the older videos just to get a good laugh, or like I'm at the gym or going for a walk. I just put an old episode on. We're more than like aesthetically, we're ridiculous. Like we don't keep to our promises. We don't keep to our rules. I want to bring some of them up, but like no, everyone's having fun. Like I'm not gonna buy another piece. I'm not gonna buy another piece.
Like I'm a big proponent of if you don't want to eat it, don't put it in your house, like
Yeah.
snacks and stuff. Because I'm pretty good at fasting. 'Cause I fast 14 to 16 hours a day. I pack on a lot of protein throughout the day. But my wife doesn't diet, so she doesn't worry about that stuff. So I'm pretty disciplined. Like I don't see stuff. My only weakness truly is pretzels. I love
Pretzels.
pretzels. Yeah, and like you can buy them with zero sugar added and get as healthy as you can for a pretzel. But yeah, so that's the only thing I struggle with. It. She just started buying some more for some reason. Pennsylvania made pretzels, zero sugar.
Yeah.
She's like, this isn't going to hurt you. You should have some. And I'm like, you know how I am. I try to stick to routines. Even me, if I start snacking on this stuff, I'm just as vulnerable as anybody else, man. I'll start craving it. So you try to stay away from it. But yeah, it's as you get older, it's definitely a struggle because you work out just as hard and you only do it now to maintain for the most part.
Mm.
Working out at 30 and 40, I could still make huge gains. At 50, small gains. At 60, I'm just maintaining. I don't care how hard I work, I'm maintaining.
You're still getting smaller, but anyways.
But on the positive side, Steve, in 10 years from now, you're going to dwarf me. So
I know, right? According to the logic that we're putting here.
yeah, exactly.
No, but you were saying like well, I think you were saying like the older videos I probably look chunkier, right? The thing about like me is I don't gain weight down here or around here. My weight first goes to my face. So like when you look at me on the streams from like 2 years ago, I'm like chunky. And I see it when I
Well,
turn like this, you can see my big cheeks and everything. But
you had a tanked up or a sleeveless shirt on maybe a few weeks ago, and you could definitely see muscle tone.
yeah.
And I might pick up on it quickly just because of what I do and how long I've been doing it. So I pick up on it quickly. You'll see a lot of women who are they look like they're fit, but they just have a natural build, but they may have no muscle tone, and that's the one. So I can literally tell just by glance. They don't have to be jacked, even if they're working out, just by the shape of their arms
Yeah.
and the thinness of their skin. But that one day you definitely showed some muscle tone just when you're moving around a little bit. Nothing like mine, but you definitely showed some.
Okay, calm down.
Um, yeah, it looked good, Steve. When you keep it up, man, it'll definitely make a difference.
I don't know if you never got to meet. I don't know if you got to meet him, but do you remember back in the old episodes, like 2-3 years ago, there was a guy Pudgy.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, me, him. Believe it or not, me, him, Buck Fangs, and Eddie Mendez. I don't know if you remember him. We had a chat of just showing our gains, and I swear I think he's like 60 years old. Pudgy. He would destroy us when we would share pictures. He would like flex. And I was like, wait a minute. There's no way he's 60 years old. But he kept to a routine. He took like some more supplements or some more medicine. And man, he was showing all of us how it was done. I mean, we
Yeah.
started teetering off of it. He met a girl and he starts replying back to us.
Yeah, I mean, one thing I can tell you as you get older, it's so much easier to be disciplined. And I don't know if it's the mindset that you need to be because your body doesn't respond the same, or you realize that you have less years ahead and behind, and you want to keep things looking pretty good. So when I had my shoulder surgery in the beginning of February, I couldn't do anything for 3 months, and the muscle loss is shocking.
Yeah.
In 2 to 3 weeks, you experience muscle atrophy. I don't care how big you are, how long you've been training. Your muscles, my muscles will shrink the same rate when you're not using them.
Mhm.
And to build them back, I'm just now. So I wasn't able to start working out till end of May. So June, July, August. I'm 3 months back in. I'm just now getting back to where I was before. Not all the way, but now you have to earn it real hard. So losing it is goes fast. But it's the laws of nature, man. Gaining it back. It's like cutting down a tree that took 50 years to grow. You can cut it down in 50 minutes. You know what I mean? And chop it up and move it away. It's just the laws of nature.
The good thing, I've been enjoying the gym. Like, I go from when I get home, I play with my cat. My cat, like, nonstop. I need to give her attention. Then I leave. Oh, look who added himself. I saw you back there.
I don't need you to add me.
No, but like the gym is now from like 5 to 7 or 5 to 6, but 5 to 7 is my range, and I love that time frame because there's other smaller people than me, so I'm just going, like, what's up, little? So, none of that. But...
Hold on, there's other smaller people in there than you. you got a gym of midgets.
Welcome to the show, Jarhead.
Thanks, buddy.
But yeah, like Kinzilla and I were talking about like a little bit of like how I guess I used to look back in 2 years ago in the shows. I'm a little bit chunkier on the older shows, but Jarhead, I was looking at other older shows too. You look a lot, not to be mean, but you look a lot more older now. For some reason, you look a lot younger. I don't know if that.
I look younger now.
Yeah.
You're saying that's mean?
I don't know.
Sounds like compliment to me.
Oh man, I'll pull up some old episodes later. But yeah,
how dare you say I'm aging in reverse?
What's that movie? The Benjamin Pym or something that Brad Pitt was in?
Oh, Benjamin Button. Yeah.
Right, Benjamin Button. Yeah, that's right. Curious Love and Benjamin Button.
I never got to watch that movie. I heard about it's like reverse aging, but I haven't watched it yet.
I've watched it twice now. I still can't understand it completely. It's confusing as hell. It's like watching what's that one with Tom Hanks and Halle Berry? Cloud Atlas.
Oh, I haven't seen that yet either. I heard that was weird too.
Yeah, that's a freaky. I mean, I tried watching that thing because normally at night if I watch it too late, I fall asleep. So I got to watch it like prime time. So in the winter time, I'm watching it like in the afternoon. And I think, all right, I'm good, man. I'm going to pay attention. I'm going to understand this movie. Halfway through, I'm like, what the hell's going on here?
It's kind of one of those stories that like jumps all over the place. You gotta pay attention.
It goes past my mental ability to retain.
So we'll get to the topic of the night, but someone hit me up and said, "Hey, man, I need you to talk me out of getting this piece." And I swear, like 5 minutes later, I look back at my phone. He's like, "Let's effing go!" And he purchased.
Well, that's Ro.
Yeah, no, that's not Ro. It's not Ro.
He tried to get me to do the same thing. Talk me out of it.
No, it's what's his name? Oh man, Ram.
Ram.
Yeah.
I was talking to him too. He was talking.
He was like, "Yeah, it's expensive." I'm like, "Then don't get it, bro."
That's what I told him. If you have to think about it, don't get it. And I'm like, then he was like, "Let's effing go."
You know what though? The one thing we all probably understand is when you want something bad enough, I don't care how long you prolong it, you end up getting it.
Yeah, that's exactly what I told him. You're gonna get it, and if you don't want it, like if there's there's like a no in your heart right now, you're not gonna get it. Yeah, he was like, "Nope, I got it."
So I want Steve's Hulkbuster, and if I can continue wanting it bad enough, I'll get it. No one else's. I want Steve's Hulkbuster.
We'll make it happen. Don't worry. But yeah, Weta, it's sold out, right? I don't know if you guys.
It's sold out on their website, but you can get it.
That's what counts.
But you can get it on like every other website that sells their stuff. So
yeah. But you see this video here? How cool this is! Yeah. I think, and I've talked to the people about this before. I think every statue company should do something like this and show you the amount of work it goes into it. Here's just a quick example. I'm getting off point in a little bit, but what you want to talk about. But here's a quick example. I'm in business. I bid my jobs. A lot of people think they're expensive because they are. I'm doing a lot of work, basically doing kitchens and bathroom remodeling and other things too. But every single time I'm done with the work, and after they see the work that it took to do it, they appreciate the value. They realize that the value's there, and they see how much work goes into it because they watched me work. They watched me in their house tearing everything out. Just all the work it took to do the job. And then they're like, okay, I understand why this job costs this much. I think statue companies should do the same thing. Show us what it takes to make these pieces. So when Sideshow brings out a piece, or they're just an example, and it's like $900, and someone's like, "Oh, I think that should have been $825." I'm like, okay, I'm not sure how you separate that little bit of a cost, but or they don't think they're worth that much. Show how they're made, man. Because I think if we saw what they put into these things, I'm talking about from conception to product, everything. It'd be a whole new appreciation for it.
I think so too, like behind the scenes stuff, or like a little interview with like the artist or like sculptor and stuff like that.
And make it personal.
Yeah, I'm trying to get
here. This is awesome. All this stuff's awesome.
I watched this probably 2 or 3 times. Like the piece is cool, but like listening to what they how they came up with it, it's like multiple people that worked on this thing. So it was really, really cool.
I mean, this video makes you want this piece because it looks, this shows you what the piece looks like. It's a video. It's not just pictures, and it's showing you up close detail of everything. And me and Jar had talked about this. Even if the portraits aren't 100% spot on, it doesn't matter because the piece itself is great. I mean, they're close enough, and the entire piece itself is amazing.
Like that's the thing though. Like their portraits aren't 100%,
right?
But the overall statue is badass.
Yeah, when you stand back, you know who all the characters are.
Yeah, you do.
It's cool too because you get now the same thing you were saying, Kenzilla. Like you get to hear the story told by the artist instead of like you could interpret it in a billion different ways, but you get to hear it directly from the artist. They tell you like it's not a scene from Lord of the Rings directly, but it shows like how the compassion one of the characters has. So he's holding his hand, he's pulling him up, even though everyone thought he was a bad guy. And like it shows here that he has compassion from Frodo standing with Gandalf at the top, and there's a bunch to it. And I love this whole thing. It's like a freaking movie right here.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, and for anybody who's getting it, I mean, I would love to have this piece. I got a small fortune Lord of the Rings stuff, but I'm not ready to invest something like that in this piece. But I think if you like it and you miss out on it, you're going to regret it for a long time.
Yeah,
get it. If you like it, get it.
One of our guys, Ramo, got it. So Ramo, I got it through Ramo. That's all I could say.
Apparently, Ramo was messaging multiple people and trying to get them to talk him out of it.
He failed by himself. Like he messaged me like within 3 minutes. I didn't get to respond, and I was like, okay.
To me, it felt like he was trying to talk himself out of it, but at the same time, I knew he was going to buy it, so.
Yeah, because he likes it a lot. I mean, he had a passion for it, and it's like when I watched this video, my interest spiked big time compared to what it was before. And I'm sure if they would have had a statue on Jarhead, you may have already bought it if you were really into this then.
Yeah, I really like these Weta pieces. Like they tell a story. I don't know. Like I've contemplated about picking up this piece. I don't. It's really expensive. It's something that you got to make sure that it's what you really, really want. If you're going to spend that much money on something, I'm trying to not do the FOMO stuff, and that's what I told Ramo too. I was like, I'm trying to stay out of the FOMO stuff and give myself like a little bit to decide. If I want the piece, and if it sells out, it sells out. I'm not going to do that to myself. I've got to get it. I'm done doing that kind of stuff.
But I will say, after I watched this video, and just backing my point, I saw the value and the money in it much better after watching this video than I did before. And I already knew it was a lot of work going into it. When you're watching them and you listen to them, like Steve said, and you hear their heart and soul poured into it, all of a sudden you get it. You really do get it. And that is such a critical point that everyone should be doing, because we would all appreciate pieces much more.
And I was told it was going to be over $6,000 too. So this is steel now.
Yeah. So it's what 40? It's what 5,000 now.
Yeah, it's
5,000. Yep. So Ramo got it, and freaking Alan Kiefer got it. So we got, we got our guys backing us up.
Yeah.
How's it going, Norman?
I love it, Norman. I love it though. I think it's an amazing piece.
Yeah, I mean, I heard about the likeness. So if they got the likeness like over 90%, I heard they have to pay a likeness license for it. So now that kind of makes sense. I don't know if it's true, but Hey man, like you said earlier, like you could tell who it is, and you're paying for more of like the concept. I think more than
Yeah,
anything.
the concept and just the overall idea of what you're looking at. I mean, it's like it has to me. It has the same presence, if you want to use that word, as my diorama. When you walk in the room, boom, you're not going to miss it, and you're going to stand there and look at this thing and keep finding more and more detail because the video shows them doing the tiniest little detail. Man, they were worried about.
Yeah,
It's great. I love it.
So with this piece though, like, how do I put this? Like as far as the head sculpts and everything goes, like, you know, I don't know. Like I said, the overall detail of everything, like web pieces are crazy to see in person.
Yeah.
There's always so much detail in the pieces.
Mhm.
And they look very classy when you see them in person compared to like anything else. So I can see not caring as much for the portraits. You know, if it was like a torso, like a bust or something like that, I can see, you know, if you're gonna spend that much money, it's got to be 100% maybe. But I think something these small, like 6 scale figures in this gigantic diorama, you can kind of get away with it not looking 100%. I would want them to be 100% though, you know, if you're gonna spend that much money. But I can see where people don't really care because of the overall statue.
Well, for me, so I have 6 1/6 scale letter pieces of Lord of the Rings displayed in my man cave at
I have
home.
7. I have 7.
Yeah, and then so when you're looking at them, like Saruman and Gandalf, the new ones I have up there, I mean, they're really close. They're in the 90s, I think. But what happens is you're looking at them and you see the portraits and you're like, they're really close. But then you start looking at the detail on the wardrobe and everything else on them, and you're like, wow. I mean, every little tiny marking is in design and the texture of the material in 1/6 scale. Plus the other things like the King of the Night and the Witch King and the Ring Wraith, all those. I mean, the creature parts are done phenomenal. I mean, they're 100%. And again, the detail on them. I was just before I come up to the show, I was just turning on the lights. I'm like, man, I'm looking at the Ring Wraith. I'm like, this thing, it is done so well. I mean, it's just perfect for a 1/6 scale piece. Yeah.
You gotta get rid of those Godzilla pieces, Kinzilla. And,
I'm going to trade those for your Hulkbuster.
But right there. So this is a great. I love grayscale because you can see a lot more stuff in it. Look at the detail on his like leather straps and then his like armor on his belt, on his beard.
That's how they are. They're crazy.
It's really cool.
And Gimli, this is a good shot of Gimli. This is pretty close here.
Yeah. Congrats to Ramo and Alan Kiefer. Can't wait to see the unboxing. But yeah, this piece came out, and I'm glad like it sold out. I don't think any piece that sells out within a day. It doesn't matter how long it like takes to sell out, but edition size of 200 and it sold out pretty quick for it being also at a high price like it is. And
it was 370 something was the edition size.
Oh, 370. Okay.
Yeah, it was almost 400.
Gotcha.
I think you're going to start seeing more of that. ECC, I bought the Tyrannosaurus buck. And ECC had that closing date where the pre-orders are stopping. I think the number might have been in the 2s, how many there are out there. But, you know, I mean, I don't. If I like a piece, I like a piece. I'm not going to say, well, I don't want to buy it because it has too many edition sizes. If I like it, I like it. But I do appreciate pieces like this What piece and what ECC is doing, because this is a hobby of collector. It's a collector's hobby. So you want it to have... not even for resale, but just knowing that there's only 200 pieces out there that everyone else has, or 300 pieces across the world.
It's sold out on Spec Fiction now too.
Yeah. Oh, it's sold out now?
Yeah, it's better.
That's where Ramo got his, I think, and maybe Alan too. No, Alan got it right from What this way.
Use code CMP for 50% off. So just put you guys lost your chance. So there you go. You know what's crazy, Kinzilla? Like my Hulkbusters, I think it's edition size of 999.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy about that is like you rarely see them up for sale, and there's so many of them. You know.
Yeah,
so,
and Spec has one. I told you I made a mistake. I thought it was 4,500. It's 6,200.
Yeah.
Now I think it's going to sell for 6,200. Hell no. but it's on there for it. I mean, that's higher than the eBay prices. So I'm not
Yeah.
sure why it's so expensive on it.
Someone's gonna like look at the CMP show on Tuesday. I'll put it a little bit closer to my camera, so I'll ask Spec to give me a 5% or something. But yeah, shout out to again Alan Kiefer and Rambo. So one thing I wanted to mention really quick, when Rambo hit me up, I felt the joy when he said, "Let's effing go," and I was like, "Yeah, he got it." You know, he showed me the receipt and everything. I was like, "You don't need to show me anything," but he showed me the receipt. And I was like, "Let's go!" Like, congrats. I was in my car. And I was like, "Wow, this guy
You're
got
happy
it."
for him. That's what I told him. I'm happy for you, and you truly are. You know, because you know what that feels like when you do it yourself.
Yeah, I have nobody to be happy with for me here, so I was like, "Let me be happy for him."
So the next inevitable question, right? When somebody pre-orders something like this, what are you getting to pair with it now?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
You're like, you get all excited, you get all happy or whatever. Oh yeah, well, what are you gonna get to pair with it now?
You need a cave troll.
You need a cave troll.
Because that's also 1/6, right?
No, that's
Yeah.
1/4. That's 1/4.
Is it? I thought it. Okay.
That's 1/4.
So that's gonna be that's giant.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's why it's so massive. Jesus.
But
They're doing
You could
Treebeard too, right?
I'm sorry.
They're doing Treebeard too, right?
Treebird Prime 1 is doing Treebird in 1/4. Could you imagine that thing?
And Leaf Lock that was at the con. That's a 1/6 scale piece. That
Oh
was
yeah,
huge.
that was
huge.
tall and yeah, it's.
Yeah, it was big.
Well, I want to go down to my $1,000 piece right here. So this should be getting here supposedly on Wednesday.
Yeah, this is nice. I just seen someone else just got it. Seen on Facebook. They were showing pictures of it.
It's scary. This stuff ships too quick now. I love it, but it's like, wow, I can't believe this.
And I know they were talking about the road being too gray or something. Like, I think it's perfect. I think it is what it should be. It's low key. It's not freaking the Tooth Fairy.
Well, I'll be unboxing this probably on Wednesday during custom produced. Oh, never mind. It's not custom. No, I'll unbox it on Thursday probably. Show some respect for custom produced. But
As you
should. But yeah, this is gonna be an interesting moment because as we're gonna talk about boxes. I'm kind of worried, man. Like, I'm filling up I'll show you a picture of how the room looks like right now, but it's not looking good, man. Got main man, got ledge. All right, let's get into the box talk. I hate this.
Hey, real quick, how long did it take you from pre-order on Loki to get him?
I think it was 7 months or 8 months.
Okay, yeah, because they're under a year. I mean, even that man back, because I peeled that man back.
Yeah,
so it's probably going to be 6 months, maybe 7 months to have it in hand. That's awesome. I mean,
I was about to ask, do you like that, or is that too quick?
No, I like it. I like it. I don't. They talk about issues with paint and all that kind of stuff. I mean, they're going to have it, but it's not enough to, I think, create a panic. Mm-hmm. And it's a sideshow, so they're going to take care of it. I mean, if you have issues with anything, they take care of it. So, bad news spreads faster than good news. You're going to hear about all the paint issues on Archangel, but you're not going to hear about all the good ones. There's tons of good ones out there too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And
I mean, I think they're going to make that thing look good. If there's any issues, they'll fix it. They'll take care of it.
That's why when there's issues out there in the community, I understand them, but I can't waste my whole Tuesday on like the negativity, make that like 70 to 80% of the show, and then go like, okay, then let's talk about this other stuff. It's like, man, like that builds just, I don't know how to explain it. I don't like that feeling of just like negativity the whole show. And
I think that the statue companies they got a tough time here. I mean, they got a hard job. I mean, because everyone looks at these pieces and scrutinizes them to death. I mean, like with a magnifying glass. And I get it; they're a lot of money, they're expensive, but it's still a statue. It still has handmade characteristics to it, so it's not going to be perfect. You don't expect them to be perfect, So I'm not. I mean, I want them to be nice, but I don't want to have major issues. That's a big failure if they do. But I trust certain companies that are going to take care of it quickly. And so, if I get it in 6 months and it looks beautiful,
Yeah.
yeah,
And all day, right? I get this low key, no issues. I'll be happy. If it has an issue, I have no problems like with sending it back to Sideshow to fix or having them credit me and then take it to the statue doctor. Like I rather I want the piece. There's no there's no argument there.
Yeah, but I would rather not have to deal with all that and just get to me perfectly. Like it's it's great that it comes really fast, but I would not want to deal with the stupidity of
you have
them.
you have to prove to me that Sideshow pieces coming faster are creating more issues with their statues. I don't think they are.
Yeah, like I don't know. It seems like I'm seeing more issues with Sideshow lately. And yeah, so like their Magneto had issues. The Archangel had issues. It seems like it's happening a lot.
I think sometimes we capitalize on them. Are we seeing more issues, or are people just starting to talk about them?
I think people start to talk about it more, especially with like social media and like the shows being the shows. People were like, "Well, there's 6 Archangels now having issues out of like 700." Like, I mean, I know it's like a big number, 6 for the initial, especially for the first batch. But I have no question that Sideshow's going to take care of those 6 issues. So
I mean, they all have issues. Prime 1 had issues with King Kong, the Kong bust, same thing. I mean, and we waited 3 years for that, and mine came out perfect. I had no issues, but I was watching videos of this piece that they made, took 3 years to make, having issues with. So every company has issues, but sometimes more just get picked on. Sideshow has a big target on their backs. They always have, especially when they're starting to raise their prices up, because people want to just start complaining about them. And I think,
if they are raising their prices, they've got to match what they're selling the statue for, right? So like they could, I don't necessarily get away with little hiccups here and there for $700, but when you're over $1,000, people want to, you're in that next tier of quality that people, I don't know. It's XM people, it's. They consider their statues quality. Prime 1 is the same thing. So when you pay a lot of money for the statues, they've got to meet that quality.
That's 100% for sure. But I will say this: at the same time, Sideshow has been creating some pretty good statues, though. Like they've been raising their bar on some of these pieces that we haven't seen before from them. So it's and I think there are going to be some growing pains with it, but I still think they have a target on their back. Until people just get used to their pricing now, someone else will take that throne after we're just used to pricing in general.
Yeah, we'll definitely. I don't know. I'm not gonna say monitor it, but I'm just I'm here enjoying my stuff, man. I hope everyone else is too. Like, don't freaking get into it. This is the part I'm not enjoying. This is a little bit dramatic. I saw the statue today. And I kind of tipped over the box, and I was like, I'm not picking this up. I closed the door, but look, kids was like, oh, man, I feel so embarrassed. I took a picture of like the whole box thing, and this is what it looks like right now. Unfortunately, it looks really bad. Like this is, yeah, this is kind of dramatic. This fell over, or where's my mouse? This fell over. This was like Tetris. All these boxes were nicely set and everything, but
so Steve, just a couple questions. Are you renting or you own?
I own.
Okay, so you can, if you wanted to, if you like, I was telling you about, like a lot of people would say, a shed's a bad idea, but if you, number one, it's permanent, so it's way better than renting storage, in my opinion. Mm-hmm. And if you have the space for it out in your yard, but you can make those things to where you can store anything in them, like boxes, and you're not going to have a problem with them. You just got to build them a certain way. Like I have a shed that has a garage door on it. It's a 12 by 16, and I have like my lawnmower stuff in it. But I have boxes in there with stuff in it that I haven't opened up for years. It's not statues, but it's other stuff that you don't want to get damaged. And and I was moving stuff around and cleaning stuff up about a month ago, and everything was still perfect. I mean, the difference is when I built that shed, and like you can get the shed delivered to your place where they prefabricate them.
Oh yeah.
And they make it really well. I mean, they just literally drop them off in your yard, and you're ready to start loading them up. But what I do is every year, twice a year, I spray like an insecticide around them. It just deters insects or rodent stuff from getting into it, and then on the inside too. But that shed's been up. That shed's been up for I built it in 2002, so 23 years. I've never had an issue. Nothing.
Wow.
Yeah. I've already tried to talk to CMP here about setting up a shed because they're not as expensive as he thinks they are.
No,
or that they are.
That's where I got the idea when we were talking backstage about it, because I'm more worried about leaving it outside, and if I cover them in plastic, I'll make sure the shed is like
don't cover them in plastic. That just holds moisture in. I hear people doing it all the time, like in their basements. All that does is contain moisture. If moisture gets inside that plastic, which it always does, it can't get back out. So, like the shed, for example, ideally if you have it sitting on a concrete pad, that's the best of both worlds right there. But they make the floors of these things pretty good, and they're all waterproof material. They set right down on the ground, and there's an airspace underneath them, so it lets it breathe. But if you get a shed, you want just gable ventilation. You want ventilation so anything that builds up can escape. That's all you need. So in my shed, I have a ridge vent across the top, and that's all it has. And anything that builds up, whether it's pressure or heat pressure from heat, it gets out, it escapes. And I don't have any issues. The box looks exactly like it did 23 years ago. Same exact stuff.
That's the craziest part. That's the biggest question, the biggest hurdle I had for this whole thing. It was like, because you live in the East Coast, right, Kinzilla? So like, it's humid here. We get snow nonstop, and then we face all elements. So you saying that, like, even with all that being said, like, you're still cool with just leaving it outside plastic. I thought plastic would be the best thing to do, but leave.
So let's say you just ideally put it on a concrete slab, which prevents any ground moisture from wicking up. But again, they set them on 4x4 runners, and it leaves enough space. And then, like what I do, like I've actually prepped ground for my neighbors, 2 neighbors actually, and I dig it out, level the ground, and I put a felt down, and I put 2B gravel over top of it, and they set it on that gravel. So that gravel lets the moisture wick away and keeps it from directly, concentrating underneath of it. But there's still a 4-6 inch space underneath there that keeps it dry. So his shed, I was just in it a couple days ago actually, because he built all these shelves in there. It's bone dry. Completely dry. Nothing, no spider webs, no nothing, because they make him pretty good. But he has 2 gable vents on it, and it has cross ventilation, and that's the biggest thing. So, the only thing I would tell you, if you decide to do that, get it big enough. Do like a 12x16 or 12x20.
Whoa!
If all these boxes right here, if you got like a 10x10, it'd be full.
Well, it's kind of, like I said, it's kind of what's the word? Exaggerated, because there's a bed here, and then like I pushed the boxes over to this side because I had to get a box under it, and of course it's the box on the very bottom. Yeah. So I pulled that thing out, and I was like, I'm not touching this ever again. I'm closing the door, and I have to go back.
That bedroom?
It's like 10x10.
Okay.
But it's literally takes up one side of the wall, so.
Yeah, I mean, and now you have to anticipate buying more statues too at some point. But so even if you did, like, I would say the smallest you should go is a 12x16.
12x16.
Because you'll never regret buying it bigger. You only regret buying it small.
So you're saying
that's what she said.
So you say I need to buy more statues to fill it up. I got you.
Yeah, next space for the piece.
Do it. That's Jarhead right there. Okay, so I wanted to show you this because I wanted to embarrass myself first of all people. So let me get out of this, close window, and I wanted to share what everyone else had to share, because I love when people share their stuff, and I love not stealing ideas but borrowing ideas, and I'm glad everyone shared their stuff. This is what I was thinking of, Kinzilla. You were talking about like putting it on a slab like that. Yeah. This guy's awesome. Matthew.
It's a wooden frame, but you can still do that. It's still a wooden frame. Here's the only downside when you build them like this. So underneath that, now I don't know if he has it on gravel, but he might have it on gravel underneath there. So that looks like 2x6s that he has set on the ground, but there's no way for air to get underneath there and ventilate. So when they bring them, and there's nothing wrong. This is one of Rubbermaid kind. They're all plastic, and it's fine. But there's going to be a high concentration unless he has a lot of stone underneath there. A high concentration of moisture buildup because there's no way for it to escape. So when I build them like that, I create ventilation holes all the way around it. I literally just punch holes all through it, all the way around, to let any moisture escape through there. And it makes a big difference because you put them all the way around, so it creates cross ventilation. But you can do this exact same thing. And these sheds here have a plastic bottom on, which is good. So I built one. I put one up like that for my mother-in-law, and that's been 18 years ago, and it's still the same way, bone dry inside.
How come you can't put up one for your boy CMP? I'm just kidding.
You wouldn't want to pay that ticket, buddy. Hulkbuster. We'll trade for a Hulkbuster.
Wow.
That sounds like a good trade. You should do it, Steve.
I'll say, well, you're in Virginia. Well, you're probably like 5 hours away. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. You're like, end the show, Steve. Oh, yeah, look, he actually opens it up.
Thing on that other one, Steve, too. Like how that door is on that other shed you just showed us, that's how you want it. You don't want a door on the end, and because you'll just create a conglomeration of boxes you can't get to. Or that way, you have access to everything because it's not deep how you're storing them. So if the door was on the other end, on the side, you would just bury your boxes.
Yeah, and that way, like you just said, when you just go left or right to pick
yeah, see, like he has here, yeah. But you see that bottom on there?
Mm-hmm.
So it's all plastic and it's tied together pretty tight. There's a little bit of a seam on that one. So, and you could put stuff down as a moisture barrier. I mean, that's the route to go right there. And that looks like it could be in the 10 by maybe 16 range. Probably it looks like maybe 10 deep. It's hard to tell from here. I don't know if they told you, but.
I don't think he did. I think he's more worried about it getting filled, and now he's like thinking about throwing away some boxes now. Yeah, I bought this shed specifically for statue boxes. It's close to being full, so I'm going to start throwing some of them out because I don't plan on selling the majority of my collection. There's a couple of things I'm thinking of selling, so I won't throw those boxes out. I think with the boxes I throw out, I may keep the art box and just fold them flat.
Yes, and if you're handy and you can build your own platform, you don't want to do concrete. That's cheaper, of course. The only thing I'd recommend is just taking an 1.5 inch spade bit and punching holes every 12 inches all the way around it just to let it ventilate, and you have no problem.
Our guy Richard says, I throw them away. For me, it's a no-brainer. The storage costs over several years would exceed the cost of the statues. Has it been a problem perhaps for one of two pieces I wanted to sell out of 40? Not a huge deal, and again, I could throw them away and still be better off than having sold with the boxes.
I wonder what size shed that is. If he can tell us what size that is, just to have an idea.
Yeah, I'll definitely follow up with him. It does look like a 12 by 16.
Yeah, it looks pretty big.
Yeah.
Maybe even a 10, but it's hard to tell from pictures.
Sirius says, I throw them away, don't have room, not spending money on empty boxes. Charles says, don't get me started. Our guy Arch says, I get to store them at work. If I didn't have that, I'd probably trash them. I'm not paying for storage. The amount you would have to pay for storage would probably be more than the loss when you sell a piece without a box. Brett says, I use my garage right now, but I'm going to build 2 10 by 20 sheds to store them all.
Yeah.
I put them all on rolling platforms and wrap them in plastic wrap to help protect them too. I was gonna see Van, but sadly the permitting around here has become a headache.
Yeah.
So do you think? So he's saying on rolling platforms and wrap them in plastic. So do not roll them in plastic, right?
No, I got to tell you that can only trap moisture. You're better off letting them just have free air movement through there. I think anything in plastic, if you get, like, let's say you have it in that shed, you get tremendous amount of rain, which is huge amounts of humidity. Unless that plastic is absolutely perfect, and what happens with plastic in years and years and years of heat, like our area, extreme heat, extreme cold, the plastic starts to break down.
Yeah.
And so it's only going to stay good for maybe 5 years or so, and maybe that's long enough for most people. I think you have a bigger chance of humidity building up in the plastic and trapping moisture than you do not putting it in plastic, and have good air ventilation in whatever you have.
Man, that's good to know. I would have thought the opposite. Like the plastic's already wrapped up, but I didn't think about our type of environment. Like it goes up and down. Like definitely gonna destroy the plastic.
So when I do a lot of remodeling work, sometimes I go into people's basements and renovate their entire basement, and they have stuff sitting down there for years and years and years. And I will remove stuff they have in plastic. This one woman had all these dolls, these decorative dolls, like porcelain faces and stuff. I guess they were worth money at one time. But she wrapped them all in plastic in garbage bags and tied the garbage bags real tight. And it'd been maybe down there for 10 years or so. And her basement wasn't wet. I mean, it was having a little bit of moisture issues, but nothing you would say is bad.
Yeah.
Every single one of them, because they had clothing on them, was ruined. Every one. She had like 15 pieces. And they were worth probably $800 to $1,000 a piece. Every one was ruined. And if she would have left them out of the plastic and just had them displayed normal, they'd have been fine.
Well, and then you start getting mold too, like, and that's part of, you can get mold in, like, from all that moisture, or if you're having a little bit of moisture, it just seals in there and you're going to get mold.
Yep. Yeah, I think you're better off not taking a chance. The key is, like, if you get a shed, if you put them plastic ones, they have ventilation on them. They have a ridge vent, and some of them have gable vents. You're going to have plenty of ventilation. The doors aren't airtight, so you're going to have, because I don't care how much you do, you're going to get some moisture in everywhere. In your home, you get it. But you need cross ventilation.
That's a big storage right there.
It's tiny. It's kind of small. Out of all the guys that commented today, Theodore. This is Theodore's, by the way. So Theodore, shout out to Theodore.
It's tiny. It better be.
Yeah. But yeah,
if you live in a real dry climate, of course, we have too much rain in our areas here.
Too much rain, too much snow, too much everything.
Yeah.
But Theo, thank you for sharing. And so he took a picture of that. He says he plays Tetris with his collection, and he's probably level 5, I think. Our guy, Mr. Nice Guy, said hashtag be free. And I love when people share their stuff, because out of all the people to share their stuff, they actually have boxes with other real life things. It's not just a shed dedicated to boxes. This is a real life moment, right?
So as an example, I keep my boxes in 2 different attics.
Mm-hmm.
And these attics both have attic fans. They have a humidistat on them, so if it gets humid, it pulls the air out. But so you're not, now both fans are set at like 100 to 105 degrees roughly. And I've had boxes up there for 10 years. And I pull them down, they look perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with them. They're not in plastic. They're just sitting in an attic that's dry. But it does get huge amounts of moisture when it rains, and it gets humidity when we get summer days that are hot. But I have an attic fan up there. I have great ventilation, and they are absolutely 100% fine.
Man, that's good to know. I honestly, if I didn't have this episode, Kenzilla, I was already looking for big plastic bags, either at Lowe's or Home Depot. Something that would cover the whole thing. So I'm glad.
If you would just do just basic Google research and research storing boxes wrapped in plastic in an outside environment, like in a shed or someplace, it'll give you all the information you need.
I can
in our area, like where we have the 4 seasons and all the rain and stuff, it'll give you all the information you need.
I don't need Google anymore. I got Kenzilla. So, but our guy Piggy says, "Trash them suckers, bro." Charles says, "Collect what you love, so you can trash the boxes." Dion, of course, he's gonna put something funny. Put some Tetris beat.
How dare you?
Joe Miller. I got to visit Joe Miller. He has a cool shed full of boxes. If you got a big enough yard, put a shed in the backyard.
Yeah.
Vision says trash. Rocco says would never throw away my boxes, even they take a lot of space. Unfortunately, my basement is getting full, so I'm considering renting the storage box. Timothy shows a cool video, so let's check this out really quick. Yeah, this is garage.
Yeah, he has his own plastic now. Yeah.
Man. This is why I kind of want a garage so I could just park my car and safely, park. My boxes would be my little. But yeah, that's about it, man. So thanks for everyone that did share, and I shared it in 2 groups. So maybe I'll do a part 2 on this one. I'll let you guys know how it goes with the shed and everything. But I plan to build a shed, do the concrete thing, and then make more. Probably use that room now.
Yeah.
That room is so
Now
packed.
you got to want this life. You got to want it all the way to your bones.
Can't give Jarhead too much power.
You do it all the time on my show.
Hey! Look at me, sure. Look at me, sure.
Look at me, Steve.
You should see him in the background, Kinzilla. He's like, "Oh, finally, I got the power."
He's gonna have the gauntlet pretty soon.
Yeah. But yeah, man, Kinzilla, Jarhead, thank you so much for straying me away from plastic. I'm definitely gonna get a shed. Definitely go with that. I want to use that room for something, not for statues, for something.
No. Use it for statues.
Yeah. Make it my Marvel room.
Yeah, hell yeah, that's what I do.
I'm single. I'm by myself. I could probably do that, right?
Yeah.
No. I should make it my Lord of the Rings room. What?
It's your damn house. You can do whatever you want with it.
That's true. Wow, I didn't think
So
about
being
that.
married, and much as my wife is she supports me 100% in this. There will never be statues in my daughter's bedroom who have moved out, and the bedroom just sit there empty. I'm like, wow. I mean, I don't have to go crazy up here. I can just start building another statue. He's like, hell no, it's never gonna happen.
She already knows.
Yeah, she does. Just looks at all this stuff up here and knows it.
Eric says I pay $254 a month for a 10x10 unit. That's $3,000 a year. I'm evaluating my life choices right now.
Hell yeah.
You could be like Rashid and check out and then go into another place and then check out of that place after a year, then check out that place and
So I guess certain people, if you just don't you own a home house, Stephen, you have a yard and stuff like that. So you have the capacity to build this. Certain people are renting and they just can't do it. I mean, yeah, you're making a decision based off of your situation. I get it. I'm not knocking everybody who pays for storage. And if you have the money, so what, But, to me, $3,000 a year, I mean, you can build a $6,000 shed, have it for 20 years, and it's paid for itself in 2 years versus storage. You know what I mean?
Eric, financial advice costs $5.
Email address.
Yeah. But yeah, that's all I had for today. I mean, the boxes are something I don't think I could ever have myself throw away. Even for the simplest statue that I do have, I can't throw it away. I have to have it.
you never know. You never know what life will do. You keep the boxes, bro. You never know. It's an insurance policy. If you need to sell it, no matter what, you're not going to get 100%, but you're still going to get a lot more than if you didn't have the boxes.
Yeah, feel me. I agree 100% because none of us know. Like we all say, this is a keeper, this is a keeper, and certain pieces are a keeper compared to what I have. And we always have our favorite pieces, but eventually, I don't care. They're eventually going to have to sell, or you just let them deteriorate, and then no one cares about them. But so I don't care who we are. I mean, these pieces, one day we're going to expire. Someone's going to have to sell these pieces, or they're going to break them up, throw them away in 20 years, or whatever. But anybody appreciates the value of them because they're still art. I don't care. You don't even have to like what they are. You look at them, they're expensive. They're done so well. So, I mean, I get it. Everyone says, well, they'll just have to come to my house, pick them up, or, and that's possible. But I live in an area where I don't have a lot of people close to me, at least not yet that I know of, where so I have to ship them. I mean, I got to ship everything.
Yeah.
Well, not only that too, but you're cutting off half your potential of selling, right? So if nobody in your area wants to buy it, but what if somebody on the East Coast or the West Coast wants to buy it?
Yeah. Yep.
I'll give
Yeah,
it
I mean, I
20
shipped
bucks.
the piece to the Middle States. I shipped. Well, Mark Buckskin picked it up, which is pretty cool. That was a 2 hour drive, but I shipped. I think I shipped to like Colorado, and it was. I mean, it was pretty far. It was far enough to where one was 8 hours away and one was like 10 hours away. So I wasn't going to make that drive. You know.
Yeah. Also, like Graded said, I keep it for the possibility of moving houses. So there's that too.
Although every time I move a piece from my house where I live is about maybe eighth of a mile down a hill from where I'm at right now. But every time I decide to change pieces and move them down, like one up here, one down there, I don't box them up. I just put them in the car.
That's how I move my statues too. I just pray.
Drive real slow, you know. Hope you don't get some asshole behind you.
You're like, wait, why does the asshole have to be behind you? You're probably the asshole going slow. You're like, no.
Hell yeah, I got my flashers on, you know. Everyone on my street knows me, so that if I'm doing that, they know I'm moving something delicate.
Oh man. But,
yeah, fun times, man.
Yeah, so just really quick before we get out of here, I was talking to some of the guys. Like I did mention this earlier that we're DMV meet, DC, Maryland, and Virginia. I'm gonna try to see if I can make it up a little bit north of Maryland. So Kenzilla, it's probably gonna be 2 to 3 hour drive for you if you want to join, but then also get more guys to come, because like I think like it'd be awesome to meet everybody, like at least the East Coast guys for a little bit. So
we meet where though?
Somewhere like at least the northern part of Maryland. I don't know what that would be, but I feel a lot of people live in Maryland. I can make that drive. It's like 2 hours at the most, 2-3 hours.
I mean, a couple hours isn't bad. Yeah.
Yeah. So, that'd be coming soon. I'll set something up for us. Oh look, this is the guy that got that cheap 1/6 piece today. Raymond, we were talking about you for like a good 10 minutes, man. Congratulations on the new piece. It sounds like you messaged the whole world and said, I felt special for a second, Rambo.
No, you weren't.
No, I know.
I allowed him to talk to you guys.
Yeah, man. I was super ecstatic for him, so I'm really happy for him.
And you really do. Like when he finally bought it, you do feel this level of excitement because you're happy for him. I mean, it's something we all experience and we all get pumped up. But that's why we share it, you know.
Oh, 100%. I was getting food and I saw him text me it's in the bag, or you know, let's effing go. And I put my food down and I was like, like it's like the Pittsburgh Steelers winning or something. I was like, let's go.
You know, it's funny because I get excited about all of them coming in, and I'm not good at I got them boxed pretty quickly. But I remember, you know, the one thing we miss as adults is the feeling of Christmas. Mm-hmm. And like when I got my diorama in, $5, I actually went and picked it up because it was $5. I'm like, hell no, I'm not having some driver try to lift these boxes. And I went and picked it up and I took a picture of them in the back of my dump truck. And I'm driving home. I had to take Route 70 home, about a half an hour from where I live. And, you know, and you're just thinking the whole time, this would be the one time where someone hits me. I'm in my dump truck, so I feel pretty safe.
Yeah.
I mean, when I set them in here, I started like just looking at them thinking, my God, man, I actually have these now for 3 years.
Yeah.
Literally like,
I'm sure you're growing, like you're like if your wife comes in right now, you're like, yeah, go back home.
Yeah. You know, I did a live unboxing actually on John's show. That was the first time I was on any YouTube show, and I was live. So it's weird because it takes a little bit away from the experience when you do it yourself. But it was pretty cool because it was the first time I was ever doing anything like it. But I was nervous, but I still opened up all them boxes, and they were like 5 boxes, and you open them up, and you have like the art box and the styrofoam and the shipper box, like my whole gym in my office.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It gets packed really quick. Jarhead, how about you, man? You got any unboxing stories? Like, I know you got the Sentinel piece, and
how many boxes is that?
It's 3 boxes.
Okay.
It's a small piece, so
Little guy.
Little guy.
Little guy. No, I drove halfway across the country for that statue.
Man, that's crazy.
19 hours. That was 19
hours. Total?
No. What was it? 9 hours one way? 10?
9 hours one way.
Okay, yeah.
Something like that. It was a long time. It took me all weekend basically to drive there and back, and I did it in a day. Yeah, I did it in a day. I did it. I
Yeah.
drove. I woke up early in the morning, got out there, and drove straight back. So
What's funny is if I had that, my wife would have to go. She wouldn't let me drive that long because I can't drive long distances. I fall asleep at the wheel. She definitely. Like we drove to Michigan 8 hours. She's a champ, man. She just straight through, no problem. She can do it like it's nothing.
Wow.
And I get that. Some people you can't help it. It's like road hypnotism, I think it's called, where literally the road itself, just the repetition of the road, just can put you to sleep. I had it since I was a teenager.
Kenzilla tricked his wife. It sounds like.
Yeah.
it sounds like Kenzilla's the passenger princess.
Damn. I'm like, I can scroll on my phone or take some notes and stuff, and she just boom.
Man, you're so lucky. All right, let's get out of here. Thanks again for stopping by. Jarhead, you got any final thoughts before we get out of here? You got any tips for the box people?
Yes, basically, my tip is
Now you got to want this life.
nah, man. It's collecting it's crazy, man. What we do, what our hobby, it's nuts if you think about it. You know, we spend all this money on these statues that are just big old painted rocks, and we store these boxes, you know, to keep the value and be able to sell them later. It's just crazy, man. But you know, it's fun. At the end of the day.
How many of you guys ever have the? I guess it's called guilt. Like sometimes you stand and you look at this stuff and you're like,
buyer's guilt.
Yeah, like you're like, holy shit, what am I doing?
Buyer's remorse.
Yeah, it's crazy. It goes away quickly, but it still happens.
That Hulkbuster was calling your name for a second there?
No. All these pieces have been calling my name. I have that every single time I buy something, but then I'm just like, somebody messages me, oh crap, I gotta go buy that now.
Yeah, you know, it's funny because in one day I'm like, okay, I gotta stop this. I gotta slow down because I start adding numbers in my head. I'm like, wow, in my office I have this much, and in my gym I have this much but I have them insured, so I actually know how much I have every penny. I just try not to look at it or look at that spreadsheet. But it's funny because I'll do the same thing, and then I'll be like, oh man, look at this piece coming out. You know, this will be pretty good. Or I'll see something on buy, sell, trade, which I've gotten way away from looking at too much. So you go from like, I got to stop to like, oh, it's a good price for this piece in a matter of an hour.
Like, I don't know if you guys noticed, but I'm running out of space here, and it hasn't stopped me yet. So
Yeah, you know, it's just like the Field of Dreams. Buy them, and the space will come.
yeah. I should do that. That's funny. I'll probably do that.
I'm pretty sure that's not how that statement goes, but
Yeah.
I guess we'll go with it.
Kenzilla, you got any final thoughts about boxes or anything else?
Yeah, I mean, I say, you know, to each his own, man. I don't judge anybody for whatever they feel like you need to do. But I, for one, think that, you know, keeping them is a better investment overall. It just makes life easy. We're all going to have to sell these pieces eventually. I mean, you might be able to give them away unless you just feel like giving them away, but someone's going to need a box sometime for them, and you can manage to keep them and do it.
100%. We got from me having that extra guest room filled with boxes, people building their own sheds, people having luck having like a warehouse at work. I mean, like, there's variations of them, but I'm glad that everyone got to share. I'm sure we didn't get to see them all, but I finally like get the community a little bit more. Like, I thought I was collecting my boxes, and you know, but in a certain way.
You have an attic in your house?
The what?
You have an attic in your house?
There's no attic.
No. Okay.
Piggy has a couple attics, I heard, but we'll leave that for tomorrow.
Yeah.
All right, Jarhead, Kinzel, let's get out of here, and everyone on chat, I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Yes. Yeah.
Peace.